In this video, we're going to be going over June's first paycheck budget. I am a little late. I know it. But you know what? Late is better than never. I love to budget out our money, specifically before we get it. Unfortunately, we already got the money. So although I know the specifics of the numbers, which I will put down, we're still going to put everything out in our budgeting category and then come back and correct the numbers, I don't know, at the end of the 2 weeks or at the end of the month, depending on how life goes. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you have not clicked that subscribe button, make sure you go click that. If you don't know, I try to post at least one video a week every Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. And then I also do blog posts on paperbymo.com talking about savings, debt, payoff, investing, all the things. So make sure you go to paperbymo.com to check that out. And follow me on Instagram, paperbymo. Follow me on Pinterest, Paper by Mo. Make sure you stay tuned. So I want to show you guys like my little Apple Pen that I never use. Isn't that crazy? I want to show you guys what I'm drinking. So I'm drinking some iced coffee. Barely any ice, but I made this from scratch. I say from scratch, that's a lie, because did I really make the coffee from scratch? But I made the cold brew myself is what I'm trying to say, and I'm so proud of that. And it's so good, specifically being that I made it from home. Obviously you have to spend money on the ingredients, but not that much. I am proud. Anyways, this is the paper that we're going to be using. These printables are available on paperbymo.com. They're very affordable. A lot of them are $1, $1.50. But if you want the whole actual budget planner printable, they're maybe $15, $20. So again, very affordable. That's what I use. And if you don't know, this right here is our budget planner. Yes, it is. I know it's a binder, but it's what she uses. She's me. I'm she. What she uses to budget. So let's get into it. Ooh, looking at this bingo, my 2025 bingo is just basically the goals for the whole year. This quarter is almost up, and I'm looking and I was thinking, wow, have you done anything, Mo? I don't know. I don't feel like it. So find a community and group of friends. I will be going out a little bit more these upcoming weekends before June's over. So maybe that'll be checked off. I don't know. If I don't check them off before the end of the quarter, that's capital O, capital K. That's perfectly fine, right? Life's life. But the goal is to have it all checked off before the end of the year. Start a successful garden. Oh my gosh, I told you guys about my garden update. They're all dead. I hate that for me. That was the herbs, and it was okay. The gnats were kicking my butt. And then just like, I felt like one day I came home and they were just gone. They were weeping. But my husband and I went to Atlanta for my 30th birthday because our family's from there. And my mom gave me so many propagated plants. And so I have about 6 or 7 plants now. So technically I'm still growing a garden. And right now it's successful. But I don't even want to, jinx myself because it's icy dicey out here. And then find a place / club to volunteer at and with consistently. Haven't done that either. I'm really struggling trying to balance life, trying to figure out, full-time job. I'm kind of becoming a workaholic when it comes to my full-time job. I'm there most of the time. So balance out that, my husband, and Paper by Mo. So this one's probably going to take a little bit more. I'm trying right now with this, and then this one is obviously in effects. Okay, so let's get into June. June. Okay, so if you don't know, I do right to the side. I like to go ahead and take out some of the pages because I write heavy to the side, and it's better than writing in the actual binder for me. So payday was actually on the 6th, aka, which is why we're late. We're doing it in the 2nd week, but again, trying to just do at least one video a week, which is Tuesday, so it still correlates. Father's Day is coming up. Juneteenth is coming up. I plan to be outside. I have to be honest. Plan to be outside. Say it with me now. I plan to be outside. Will I actually be outside, or will I be in my bed sleep? I don't know. But the plan's there. The plan is planning. All right, let's move our binder to the side. Pull up our handy dandy calculator. Let's take a little sip. Yum, energy, love that for us. And we're gonna go ahead and get our pen. If you don't know, I love Pilot pens. There's this new pen that I've been using at work. It's a skill craft pen. It's like a marker, but it's a pen. I'm gonna have to use it on the video one time or 2 times, or maybe even by my own, because my job gave it to us. And I love that pen. It writes so well. But in the meantime, we're gonna be using a Precise V7 Pilot pen. My nails, basura, horrible. But they're gonna stay like this until I can get all of these fingers off, and then I don't think I'm gonna do any nail stuff after. I'm just being real. These were my birthday nails. Birthday's gone. Okay. All right. So this is paycheck number 1, right? Aren't we so late? And then we said it was the 6th. So 060625. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I was right on my numbers. Okay. So we're starting out with $0. If you don't know, I like zero-based budgeting. Just saying that every dollar has a job. Nobody is here for free. I don't know what accent that was. So we're going to do my husband's income and my income. My husband is starting a new role and a new job. So these numbers are going to change. Right now, these numbers are, the number for the job is definitely the number he already has, or the job he already has. But he will be transitioning like without even taking a break for real. So, or maybe a couple of days break. So I'm interested to see what that's going to look like. He is going to have a bigger, number of income, but we'll see what it's going to end up being. Okay. So when it comes to my husband's income, he brought in $1,473.08, which was higher than I think we usually expect $1,100 or something like that. So, and he's been working. And then my income, and this is my salary, it's about the same. So it's $3,056.38. Okay, so let's do some numbers. So I got somebody to comment and tell me like, oh girl, I just want to help you, but you're not using your calculator right. If you want to subtract the number, look at it, it's dirty. If you want to subtract the number, all you got to do is hit the back button. And I was like, first of all, don't tell me what to do. No, I'm just joking. Oh my God. And you know what's crazy? I did wipe this calculator off, but it doesn't matter. It's still here. Okay, so this number, this one right here. So 1,000 minus 100 back 105. Bam, 895. You see what I'm saying? Simple stuff. Just do better, Mo. And that's okay, because now I know, and I appreciate you guys for correcting me. Okay, so let's add the numbers. We got $1,473.08. $1,473.08. $1,473.08. Okay. Then we're gonna plus $3,056.38. Look at that. That's $4,529.46, which is a pretty big number to be bringing in bi-weekly. So I'm very grateful for that. So $4,529.46. On that 2025 bingo / goals list, one thing, let me just show you really fast. Okay, is 50,000. 50,000 for a house down deposit. That's very important. And you see that? And then 50,000 YouTube subscribers. So, hint, hint, wink, wink. But that hint, hint, wink, wink is for myself. I need to be more consistent. But this is important because you'll see this show up, this $50,000 goal show up in our budget, right? Anyways, let's get into the expenses. We got quite a few things, darling. A couple things a little different, just based off the last month, right? Trying to learn or adjust where needed, because budgets don't have to be the exact same every time, especially if you see a pattern. You know what I mean? If you see you're overspending in food, adjust your food budget, or maybe adjust what you buy. I say all that to say we're about to adjust a little here. Okay, so rent is $772.50. Times that by 2 because we take half for each check. That's the first paycheck, and the second paycheck, it's like $1,545. I think that's the specific number. Now, our rent doesn't include our water / sewage. So here we say $52.50. $52.50. Let's just start adding these numbers up already. 772.50. Okay, 772.50 plus 52.50. Boom. Okay. Now, this one is where we kind of adjust. Last month, our electricity for May ended up being like 160 something. We put aside 150, but really, since it was more, we're going to go ahead and put more. We're going to put $170 aside. Why are they doing the lawn while I'm recording? That's okay. We keep moving. Okay, so that's 170. Now let's plus $170, and we're gonna keep moving. Internet. The internet is $50. That's what it is. But I do want to say, my husband and I, we were using Xfinity, and whenever my husband signed up, because my husband signed up for it, he got the deal for like a gift card after so many months. Well, we just got a virtual gift card for $300. What are we going to do with that money? I don't know, but I'm excited because, you know, $300 for free? Yum. So that's internet. Okay, so phone, same thing. Per usual, that is my mom's phone plan, but it has me, my husband, and my mom on it, and that's $180. Then we have subscriptions. Okay, that's $22. It's not a lot. It's just like Apple Music, and Apple Storage, and then the Hulu Black Friday deal where it's like 99 cents a month. So that's subscriptions. So the rest of this I don't think has changed. This is my student loans, $197. It's my husband's student loans. Now, my husband's student loans is not actually in the payback stage, repayment stage, but we are treating it as it is, right? We're just trying to get these loans off our back, okay? Off our back. So we go ahead and put $250 because that was about the amount he would pay if it was. So car insurance, this is something we did also edit. It's usually $176, but last month I saw after I closed out the budget, it ended up being $179. Now we had the few dollars in our bill payment account, so we didn't have an issue paying that extra few dollars. But I do want to account for it, so we're gonna say $179 this time. That's car insurance. Now my husband and I also have life insurance for both of us, so that's $108.04. And then finally, we also have a gym account, and that is $70 a month. And I added some stuff up, can't even remember. So let's do it again. 772.50, okay, plus 52.50 plus 170 plus 50 plus 180 plus $22 plus $197 plus $250 plus 179 plus 108.04. Okay, and then plus 70. So we got $2,051.04, and that's accurate. Looking off to the side of my notes, $2,051.04. So we're gonna take that number, we're gonna subtract it from this. It's gonna be negative because I'm doing it the opposite way, but you guys get the vibes. So let's subtract $4,529.46. So now we have $2,478.42 left over, which I'm grateful for. We're grateful for because life be life. And so 2,478, yeah. Check my notes, make sure the numbers are right. 478.42, because I'm human. I mess up, we mess up, life. All right. So that's what we do with our fixed expenses first. Now we're on our variable expenses. Let's talk about the variables. So food, because we're doing this late, food has already been taken out when it comes to cash. Another thing has already been taken out is our fund money, because even when we're late or I'm late on recording, we try to be consistent with taking the money out just because we know we won't spend as much. You know, like when the cash is gone, the fund's gone, you know? Oop. I am tripping. Okay, so gas, we did 30 for my husband, 30 for me. We already spent the 30 on mine. My car is at full right now for gas, and it should suffice, but we'll see. My husband has 30, and then fund 50 for him, and then 50 for me. And we do plan on having fun. I mean, we got Juneteenth coming up. There's Father's Day. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We probably need to put a little bit more towards our sinking funds, which we haven't exactly done yet. So anyways, and we're not going to do too much sinking fund money giving on this specific check, but I'm just saying, like, just to make sure we don't go into too much credit card debt or having to repay our credit cards, we need to strategize. Okay, guys, strategize. It's all about the strategy. Okay, so that's 200 plus 100, because 50 and 50 plus 60, so that's $360. All right, 360. So we have $2,478.42 left over. Let's just do it the normal way. 2,478.42. We're gonna subtract 360. So that's $2,118.42. $2,118.42. Now we're gonna take this number and we're gonna move on up to savings. Okay, because that's where we go next. We go from fixed expenses to variable expenses to our savings. So when it comes to our savings, again, our main goal here really is a house. If we go back and look, let's see, at the monthly, we say $2,000 towards our house fund. This equates usually to $1,000 per check, and that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we set $376.96 to sinking funds. We're not doing anything in this check towards sinking funds, but here we are. Okay, so when it comes to savings, we're putting house, and then we're gonna put $1,000, just because, like I said, 2,000 minus 1,000, then we'll only have 1,000 for the next check. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is our IRA. So IRA for him, IRA for me, that is 100, and then 100. So this is going to equal out to $1,200. Okay, so we're going to take that $2,118.42 and we're going to subtract 1,200, $918.42. $918.42. Love that. Okay, so you know what that means. That's left over. We're going to debt. Going to debt. Oh, let me show you guys. I just put the cash and didn't even say anything. Let me show you guys what's left for our food. It's not a lot, guys. It's not a lot. It's 20, 40, 60, 85, 86. So we got about 80, not, I'm going to say 85 because I'm going to put this dollar in our cash, our dollar cash jar. Let me do that now. Okay, so here we are. I put money in here. I just don't do it on video all the time. But we're going to put that dollar in here. Okay, so this still is going to go to a house savings, I think. I say I think because my husband and I, we changed our mind and we can do that. But moral of this story is we have 80, did I say 80? 20, 40, 60, yep, $85 left for food. This needs to cover us so we don't have to keep swiping our credit card and we can just say, hey, we actually $200 out or even less. I'm okay with less. But the way food is costing these days, less might not be a thing. All right, now let's get back to the debt. So we have my husband's student loans, and then we have my student loans. And usually we do them equal, you know, not separate per se. I don't know, what did we say for the month? We said $1,500 for me and $500 for my husband, which the only reason why we said that, because I know people are going to say that's not fair, is just because my student loans still have a whole bunch of interest and my husband's does not, because he doesn't have to pay it back. And then that's for extra payments. That's not including the actual bill. And again, I'm air quoting bill because my husband's student loans technically doesn't have a bill. So we're still just paying his just because. Moving onward and upward, guys. Moving onward and upward. We'll be out of that quick because we'll hit that 500 for him quick because we're going to give his 400. All right. And then we're going to give mine 500. So that's 900, which there's still money left over. And we're going to go ahead and put that remaining because I know you're thinking, girl, you said you're a zero-based budget. And we are. But we're still going to just have that remaining amount in our checking account, but not just our income checking account, our bill paying checking account, just in case. because we budget what we expect bills to be, but sometimes they're higher. And the reason why we're able to pay them effortlessly while they're a little higher is because we have a little cushion left over that we put in our bill paying checking account. I hope that makes some type of sense. So this is what we have thus far. Let's go ahead and do our cash in orange. Cash is already taken out, guys. My husband has his 50 in his wallet. I have my 50 in mine, my purse. Fun for him, fun for her. We don't do gas and cash because we like to go to Costco. So there's that. But we did do food and cash. So this is our first paycheck budget. I'm excited to see what we actually do with our money because life be life, y'all. Sometimes things happen. But the moral of the story here is we're still going forward with our plan. If we continue to make this amount of money, $4,500, we'll be over the expected $8,200 if we make that, again, this same number for the next paycheck. But we may or we may not, lifes. So this, we're going all in plan. We're all in this together. Thus far, we are going to be out of whack a little bit with our fixed expenses because we raise electricity. See here, I didn't even put, do you see electricity? OMJGB. Okay, I don't even see electricity on here. So we're for sure going to be out of whack. 105.50. Yeah, electricity. I don't know what I was thinking. But it's still $2,700. So that means our fixed expense bills, I was going to say it was planned out to be about $3,000, but no, it'll still be under $3,000. Yeah, so these numbers are going to be wrong automatically because I didn't put electricity on here, which that's my oversight. Another thing is that the car insurance said $176, it's going to be $179. That's only $3, but we do have that $300 virtual gift card, so we might use that. I don't know, you guys. We're faking it until we're making it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.